Hey guys, welcome to the video review for The Sims 2 on the Game Boy Advance. Now, if you never played the game before, I just need to say it right now, this game is nothing like The Sims 2 for the PC. It's not a bad thing either. Alright, so let's start off and let us talk about the graphics. The graphics, like shown in the game, are awesome. I really was trying to find like things to talk about that were negative graphics wise. I really could not find anything negative graphics wise. Like for the time that it was in, the graphics were on point. You know, the walking sprites, the textures, the sprites when they're just standing still, the theme of the entire game, the animations, everything was awesome. And you know, they even have like little introduction, things for the episodes. It's a really cool touch. I really enjoyed that. And you may be a little bit surprised on how many things actually react to you. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I tried to find something graphic-wise I didn't like. I was unsuccessful. That's a good thing, obviously. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to sound. The sound is just as good as the graphics. You'll notice immediately, like, the soundtrack is unique and it's awesome. Remember how I said things react to you with the graphics side? They do that with the sound too. Very cool. And once again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. All the sound effects are done very well. It fits the game. It fits basically everything perfectly. For the sounds, like, once again, okay, I'm trying to think of like negatives for the sound. It's just not happening. So both the graphics and the sound were on point. I mean, even the sound, you could like change the level of like background music and stuff like that, which was basically unheard of for, the Game Boy Advance. And but yeah, let's move on. So addictiveness, replay value. The game features multiple levels, like I think it's 16 base levels in all, but they can also be changed with like plot twists, for enhanced replayability. The episodic setup allows for a person to play, a few missions at a time. It was really good for the on-the-go mission, at the time. Think about it, you're in school, you're on the bus, you got 25 minutes to play, boom, one episode takes 15, 20 minutes, you're good, you're golden. Save the game, pause it, sneak it out during lunch, you did, and play it again. That's what this was set up for. It did very good on that. There's a good amount of unlockables and whatnot, to keep you motivated to keep coming back. There's like, oh man, there's so much things. I can't even think of any on the top of my head. I should have written that down in the keynotes. But yeah, there's a ton of unlockables. There's a lot of secret stuff to find too, which is pretty cool. Keeps you coming back looking for that. I'm not sure personally that I'd play a few of the episodes again, because I found a few of them a little bit boring. But there was a few of them that I wouldn't mind playing again, especially with the, the effects that you can unlock. And yeah, I could see someone playing the whole game over and over again. So the replay value is there. It is addictive. It did well. Now let's talk about the depth of the game. So you start the game and you create your own character, and like, it's the typical Sims way of doing things. You pick your character. Oh, he's this, that, and the third. All right, so you pick your aspiration when you're finishing off. You finish strong. You got your goals in life. I think there's only 3 to pick from, and then you're thrown in the game. The game has many different unlockables for different things. Like one of the more, I guess one of the more important unlockables is like the social interaction one, because you could be people will be influenced by different social emotes, which you need to unlock through that system. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to be friendly with someone, they probably hate you if you high five, but if you tell them a joke, oh yeah, that's what you know what I mean? It's just different things like that. So there's also the hidden items to be found, like I said earlier, and that's pretty good. You can find like alien parts and things like that, just out of this world crazy. The story itself supports the depth, and that really works well with everything that's going on. The characters themselves have a lot of depth. They feature different personalities. You interact with people who like love motorcycles, or this guy who refuses to move in front of your house. Like, I don't know why he's like that, but he's like that. And the occasional alien, of course. Like, why wouldn't there be aliens? The Sims. And then each of them can be interacted in varying ways. They make the encounters unique. Remember when I said about the graphics and sound interacting with the player? Just to show you how much depth the game actually has, they added pretty neat things. Like when you walk on the street, you'll notice pretty early that like the birds will actually react and like they'll fly away, and it's just really neat. And when you walk next to the bar, like listen, you can actually hear the electricity from the sign and stuff, and just a lot of cool things like that are little but big at the same time. There's many more examples, obviously, but these are the early ones that you can relate to noticing really quickly. And these just add immersive and stunning depth to the game, and it's just awesome. Well done. The story, it will start off crazy. You'll be thrown into the game, quickly finding out that you're actually on a TV show. You're actually like a movie star. Yeah, we'll go with it. And you're like the only one who knows, you're actually being filmed, so that's pretty neat. You'll be told by the director, certain objectives, or as the game calls them, plot points, which will lead you through what you need to do. Think of it like as an objective system of sorts. So your goal is to find secrets, do the plot points and earn great ratings. And the ratings is your score, but it's also like a currency of some sort. Like that's what you use to buy new things like emotes, plot twists, and other stuff like that. It's hard to talk about it too much without spoiling, but the story is crazy. Like that could pretty much summarize the story. It's crazy, it works, but it's still nuts. It's just crazy. Let's talk about the difficulty of the game. The game is actually difficult for me to rate, so I guess if we were rating that, but it's not hard. It's not easy. Like it takes thought, but at the same time, it's like easy to maneuver. It's well explained. You have a good idea what's going on at all times, and if you're playing for fun, it will be fun. If you're playing for the challenge, perfect score. You want that maximum rating because you got to get the ratings up and sell millions of copies. You don't actually do that. Then yeah, that'll be a little bit harder. But overall, the game isn't that hard. I think it's just right. It's got like a sweet spot. So let's go. In conclusion, let's go to the conclusion. This is not the same game, as The Sims that you would have for your personal computer, but it is still fun. It's a little crazy. I'm actually kind of disappointed I didn't have this game as a kid. Is that bad? It probably is bad. I don't care. Don't judge me. So yeah, let's recap. Graphics are fantastic, and I couldn't find anything, to complain about. Therefore, that was an easy 10 right there for the graphics. The sound is very well done, especially with the little effects, sprinkled throughout the game. Soundtrack is great, even gives you the option to manage the sound volumes. That's crazy. Unheard of at the time. It definitely provides replay value for those who seek it. The unlockables, they'll cause you to keep playing. They'll offer you incentives to come back for sure. And I can see someone playing the game many times. I personally like the episodic system, but at the same time, I don't know about, certain missions playing again. That's a small thing for just me, you know what I mean? There's depth. There's a lot of depth. It's literally everywhere. It's in everything. The game is depth. They should have just called it the Depth 2. So that's pretty good. The story is wacky, but of course, it works well within the game. The game would make no sense if the story wasn't there. Therefore, the story did its job. It's crazy. I really don't have anything else other to say about it than crazy, and that works. And the game's difficulty really doesn't have an impact on my decision for the overall score at the end, because the difficulty to me, it's really well done. It's not hard. It's not too easy. It's just right. And so overall, the game surprisingly fun. No, seriously, I had a lot of fun playing this, and it just had many other cool things, animated cutscenes, the introductions to the episodes where it shows you who's in the episode. The pause menu is pretty cool too. It shows you all the different cast members and all that jazz. Not much bad about to say of the game, so we're going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 out of 10. If you're interested in trying out the game, check it out on Vizd. It's awesome. Vizd is free. I promise. I hope it's still free by the time this video is up. You never know these days. And it's completely different from the rest of the pack. Give it a try, seriously. Or don't give it a try. It's your life. I can't tell you what to do. If you want a reason why you should play it, just listen to this whole thing again. And thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Okay, so thanks for checking it out. Peace. So yeah, here's the green screen in its full glory. Got to work on the lighting a little bit, but we'll get there when we get there. So, booyah. I'm looking at the wrong side. This happens.